Okay, so in this video, what we want to do is we want to limit traffic from one of our VLANs over to the other VLAN. And we do that on a router on a stick. The router on a stick is going to, anytime we go from this VLAN over to this VLAN, the traffic goes up through the switch all the way up here to the router and then comes back. So when it's coming out and going on this interface back the other direction here, if we're using a standard ACL, that's a good place to block that traffic. So let's go into the command line here and let's do a show run. So in our sub interfaces here, we've got the .60.1 network, or the .60.0 network, and the .62.0 network. And let's say that we want to, limit traffic coming from the .60 over to the .62, and I think that is the scenario that we want to use here. Okay, so what we're going to do is go into global configuration, and we'll put on our access list in global configuration. So we'll do access-list, we can just call it 1 or 2. Let's do 1. Deny 170.32.60.0, and we'll do a wildcard mask here. And then, anytime you create an access list, the final statement in that is an implicit deny. And in this scenario here, we're denying this one network, and we really want to let everything else in. So we'll do access list 1, permit any. Okay, so now we have our two statements that are part of access list 1. They are denying traffic from the 60 network, and that's all you can do with a standard ACL, is just to deny traffic from a location. We have to place this as close as possible to the destination so that we don't accidentally stop some traffic that we we don't want to block. So in this instance, we're going to put this on interface fast Ethernet 0.1.62, and we'll do IP access dash group the number 1, which links it to access list 1, and we're going to do this out. And we always say be the packet. So if this was something that was coming from the 60 network, it would go up to the router, and it would go into the router, and then it would go out. So it goes in the one sub interface, and then it goes out the other sub interface. So it goes in the FA0/1.60 and comes out the FA0/1.62 interface to go over to the 62 network. And I'm going to actually do something here really quickly. I'm going to turn this back off. I'm going to put a no in front of it. I want to go here and show you again that this is working, and then we'll go back here and we'll put it on, and then I want to show you the kind of reply that you would get. Now I turned the interface off before here. If you scroll back up here, and this is what happens if you really can't get to the interface. And this is what happens here if you can get to the interface. And this is here, this is what happens when you are blocked by an access control list. You should get a destination host unreachable. So that's the error message that you're looking for to prove that this scenario actually is working. So that's it. That is limiting internal traffic from one VLAN to the next. And we're not really, limiting traffic from outside of this network. And so basically, if you look at all these different networks here, we're going to do this for each of those. The IP addresses are going to be different, but we're only going to be looking here at the what's happening on the inside of the network. Again, we're using a standard ACL for here. It's a simple, easy one to get started with, and we'll do an extended ACL just a little bit later.